Good evening, friends, and I hope you had a good trading day today. Now, typically, if you see, market opened uh, somewhere at I think 44,640, uh, typically at the trend line, which is here, and could not move above that. So, if you had noticed the data as well in the morning first off. Let us go back to for there was a good support at let's look at Bank Nifty. So there was a good support, I think. Uh, I'm sorry. So if you see, notice here 44,500, there were huge call writers in the opening, and this mostly pushed the market down. And later, if you notice, the OI kept changing, of course. So we see also here a very strong uptrend. Uh, the market came over here. We were able to capture only this part of the move. We were able to capture about 50, 60 points. And after that, we saw this up move. And now we gained some points over here in this rally, about 50 points, and 44 300 call. We were expecting 395 as a high, so we kept one lot for till hold. However, now the price of Bank Nifty moved. The option chain decay had already happened. Also, if you notice, India VIX, it has come down from 12 to 10.8 levels, which is not a really great sign. So one thing I can very clearly tell, whatsoever is the open interest, though typically tomorrow market may be opening gap up or might be slightly positive. We would not suggest to go huge or aggressive positions. There is definitely a very easy chance of 44,700 to 44,800 being hit. However, we would request our friends to go not aggressive, because if you notice, the market is very, very dicey. Last week, I think it test this trend line, moved down. Not that I'm saying that the trend line is uh, going to again hit and come down. Of course, we've been trying to mention that we may see chances of gap up and then move down also. But there might be not big moves of 500, 200, 600 points. We may see very small moves. So if you are good at scalping, definitely you can make profits. And 44 300 to call, maybe once this moves about 378, 380, we can expect about 430, 440 at the open. Even if here, if you notice, Nifty also, Nifty of course now it fell down. It gave a very good rally upwards, whereas which was not in the case of Bank Nifty. It was not able to move back to the open, which was equal to high. It never could move towards that. And we are also want to look at the Reliance. Let me remove all this. Uh, Reliance also, if you see, once it broke this trend line, it has given a very bearish kind of a rally. And here it has been uh, consolidating, not giving any big movements, and typically got stuck in this range. So if you ask my views on Reliance, I had mentioned chances of 22, 23 400 or 23 200 possibilities. Uh, we'll have to see whether this what we had drawn will come true, or it may even take support at 43, sorry, 2360 and reverse back also. But if you notice, we are slightly bearish on Reliance because of the structure which is formed. HDFC Bank also is still bearish, and not may not be able to sustain, or rather is not able to sustain at the higher levels. Now it opened, I think, gap up at 1590. It moved down till 1575 levels, and then slowly started to move up. Tomorrow I'm looking at Lupin. Lupin, if this 1100 call moves above 33, we may see 40 to 45. However, let us keep a stop loss, strict stop loss of 26, 27. And Deepak Nitrate also is definitely quite bullish. Uh, if you see the chart also, it now it is slow. It is definitely a quite a good positive uptrend going here. So in case of uh, Deepak Nitrate futures, if it tends to move back to 2001, 2227, let's say example, it breaks this trend line, and if it tends to break this trend line and then uh, taper down, we would typically look to add this here, because there is again a chance of this to move towards 2290 levels or more. Jindal Steel and Power 7000 put. I'm looking, if this moves about 23.6, then maybe targets of 27 can be seen. Uh, we are also looking at Alchem. We are, depending on the market movement, on intraday basis, we are looking to go long here again. And our entry might possibly be 2681, when we may see targets of 2691 to 269, sorry, 3698. Uh, Glenmark, if this moves above 764.8 or 9, then we should see 768 to 770. Uh, IndusInd Bank also is looking pretty positive. Uh, it has moved above the important level of 1424. So one may go long, or rather wait for an opportunity to go long, 1419 levels or so, or maybe we will have to look at the price action, how our behavior is, and uh, we will think of going long or short in this counter. Bharti Airtel, I am looking for to sell again below 865. My target, I am looking at 861 to 58. And ONGC also we're looking to go short. Below 183, we may see targets of 181 or 180 also. However, we would also want our friends to be cautious, because the lot size of ONGC is quite big. And previously, a lot of our friends were asking why there was huge what do you say volatility on the beginning of the month. So we would like to take this opportunity to explain. If you see the volumes on over here, this basically is the reason of the rally. There was shorts were not typically covered, or till the end of the market closing. The big players were holding this. Then they started covering the shorts and maybe even started to roll over. Uh, so as I mentioned, I would suggest better to go little way low on quantity. Wait for good opportunities. Definitely will give market will give big moves maybe next 2 3 days. So that's it for now. This is our view for the tomorrow. Thanks for your time, and I hope you have a profitable day tomorrow. Just have to be responsible in the trades, analyzed by yourself, and that would take